Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Americans have been reacting to the first televised presidential debate of the election campaign, where Joe Biden frequently appeared to stumble and lose his way. While Republican candidate Donald Trump faces criticism for the number of falsehoods he uttered, much of the attention has been focused on the current president's poor performance.
Person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Biden appeared to struggle in several of his answers. As a result, concerns about his age and mental fitness have only risen further.
Relative to what we can do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look,
some Democrats have even asked after the debate whether the president could be replaced as the party's presidential candidate.
I think he looked a little sluggish when he came out, but as the night went on, I think he really kind of rose to the occasion. It's going to be a very, very difficult night. It was a bare-knuckles brawl, but I'm proud of the fact that he stood up to Donald Trump and the mistruths that he told, and he tried to lay his plan out for the American people.
Well, I think my reaction is that President Trump had a very strong performance that I think America saw. If they saw the challenges that Joe Biden had just delivering a message, and he didn't have an answer on inflation, he didn't have an answer on the border.
A roof at Delhi airport has collapsed after heavy rain, killing one person and injuring 4 others. Videos online show huge pillars supporting the roof smashing into cars parked along the airport's Terminal 1. All flights from the terminal have been temporarily suspended and check-in counters have been closed. The incident took place at 5 a.m. Rescue operations are underway at the airport and the injured are being treated in hospitals. India's aviation regulator has advised airlines to accommodate passengers on alternate flights or offer them refunds. The accident has impacted travel plans of thousands as most domestic flights take off from Terminal 1. Kenya's High Court has approved the use of military force to restore order following days of anti-tax protests that at some point overwhelmed police. More than 20 people have reportedly been killed in the nationwide protests that are largely led by young people opposed to government plans to increase taxes. Armoured military vehicles patrolled streets in the capital Nairobi on Thursday as police fired tear gas to disperse protesters who had threatened to storm the presidential palace. A judge said that the military deployment was critical to protect government installations, but gave authorities 2 days to clarify how long the deployment would last. Officials say 7 people have been killed and 5 injured after an international express train collided with a bus on a level crossing in southern Slovakia. The Slovak ambulance service said all those who died had been travelling on the bus. They had been badly burnt in the subsequent fire and it was proving difficult to identify their remains. The accident happened near the town of Nowy Zamki, around 80 kilometres east of the capital Bratislava, just after 5 p.m. local time. About 200 people were on the train and 9 on the bus at the time of the collision. 3 employees of subsidiaries of HYBE, the agency behind K-pop superstars BTS, have been charged with insider trading by South Korean prosecutors. They're being accused of selling shares in the agency before BTS members announced they were taking a break on the 14th of June 2022. The announcement sent HYBE shares plunging 25% when markets opened, resulting in a loss in market value of nearly $1.4 billion. The prosecutors said the 3 employees acted with prior knowledge of what was about to happen. And a huge sinkhole has opened up on a football field in Alton's Gordon Moore Park in southern Illinois, swallowing a light pole, benches and artificial turf. Here you can see the moment the earth dramatically caves in, captured on security video. The hole was caused by subsidence from nearby underground limestone mining and measures at least 100 feet wide and up to 50 feet deep. No one was injured. Surrounding roads and the park are now closed, and the mining company has reported the hole to the Mine Safety Health Administration. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.